Hello YouTube, what's up? Hope you're all good. So today I'm just going to talk about what nobody tells you about quitting weed. So first of all, I want to start off about saying you're going to start feeling a lot more anxious and a lot more on edge, and that's just because your brain is getting used to not having that drug in your system anymore. It was giving you loads of dopamine, and when you're smoking it, you think you think life's better when when you're smoking it, but that's not the case. That's just your brain adjusting to normality and switching back over to a sober mind. Another thing is you're gonna have racing thoughts. Personally for me, I used to always think about life was better when I was smoking it, and what am I gonna do now? I'm bored. It was used to give me happiness and pleasure, but that was just in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like I said in previous videos, it's going to take time to adjust, and that's not normal. That's because you're addicted to the drug itself. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're also going to have trouble sleeping, vivid dreams, mad dreams. Like, I remember some of the dreams I used to have, I couldn't wait to wake back up, or I thought that was my life, as you do when you're in a dream. I had a lot of horror dreams, and yeah, stuck in haunted houses where I can't get out of, and yeah, been some wild dreams that I used to have. When I first quit weed for the first week, it was horrible. You're also gonna have a reduced appetite, and that's part of the process, because you're used to smoking one before you eat, or smoking one after you eat, or smoking to get hungry. So it's also part of the process. Your body has to adjust and align back to normality. You know what I'm saying? But it is hard, don't get me wrong, but it's worth doing it. Once you're out of that bubble, you'll look back and think, I should have done it, a long time ago. It's not as hard as I thought, because when you put your mind to it, you can achieve it. You're also gonna have difficulty concentrating, and by that I mean like just normal general conversations, or watching telly, or watching videos on your phone, playing games on your PlayStation 5 or Xbox or PC, whatever you play, just in everyday life, even at work, even talking to your friends. You're gonna just wander off. Your brain's just gonna be thinking about other things, but that's part of the process also, and you'll get back to normality once a week, two passes by. So yeah guys, that's just, all of those symptoms are just part of the process, and it's easier done. It's easier said than done, but once you're going through it, and like I said, once you go past a week or two, you'll look back and think it was worth it, and it was easier than you thought. Because when you're in the mindset of thinking of doing it, like me personally, all those things was running through my head, thinking, oh, I'm gonna go through this, I'm gonna go through that, and that was putting me off from quitting it. But like I said, it's part of it, so yeah, just expect that's what's to come. Don't listen to people, when they say, oh nah, it's easy, or you won't feel this and you won't feel that. You will go through the emotions, believe me. I went through all of them. So I'm doing this video to give some people some real advice, and to let them know what the outcome will happen once you're going through that. Once the weed's leaving your body, you'll go through them emotions, but like I said, in the long run, it'll be worth it. So week one, that'll be the hardest week, don't get me wrong, because that's, like I said, that's your body adjusting to it all, and it leaving your body in your sweats, not eating properly, not sleeping properly, so yeah, it will take about a week or two for your body to go back to its normal self, which is sober minded and sober, with no chemicals, no drugs in your body. Week two, it will start to improve, although for some people it might take a bit longer, because obviously everybody's different, and it depends what you do. If you're active, you'll sweat it. If you go to the gym or you go for runs, you'll sweat it out more, so it'll leave your body quicker, so you won't be going through them emotions for so long. Whereas if you're just sitting at home, not doing no exercise, it's still in your system, and yeah, it does take a while to leave your body, you know. So what I'd say from a month or two, that's when you start to notice the changes. You know, you start to feel relieved and better in yourself, and you know, um, you just notice all the changes that's happening from the first week or the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and you know, you feel uplifted. You start to feel better in yourself, and you get your appetite back. Your sleeping's getting back into normality. Your vocabulary's coming back. If obviously, like I said, everyone's different. Me, sometimes I'll mid conversation I'm struggling to get my words out, and you know, right now I can have a clear conversation, flowing conversation, whereas before sometimes I would stutter. Or but like I said as well, that's also how long and how much you used to smoke it, and not being active and just chilling, smoking. You know, your brain goes into like a limp mode. So yeah, um, yeah. What can also help you is get more exercise. You know, like I said previously, go out for some runs, go to the gym, take your mind off things. Like I said, it helps flush your body out of the weed, your brain, you know. You can also practice breathing, you know, whenever you feel anxious or nervous or your mind's just overstimulated, you know, 4 seconds in and then 6 seconds breathe out slowly. That can also help, you know. I did part of that practice, and it did help me many times when, you know, I was feeling flustered or my brain's in overdrive. And you know, yeah, it's like I said, it's easy to say all these things, but you have to go through it to experience it and know that, you know, you're strong-minded. Your brain's just telling you, nah, don't go through this, don't quit it, because you know it's quick dopamine that you're getting. So you can do it, you can do it, you can, believe me. Like I said, if I can do it, who's been smoking 15 years all day every day, smoking the high grade, surely you guys can do it who probably don't smoke as much as me. Or if you do, just know what to expect. You know, it's part of the process, man. It's part of the process. Eat healthier, you know, eat some fruits, drink some water, eat healthier meals like your greens and, you know, whole foods instead of junk food, because you know that plays a part as well. Junk food keeps you like crappy and low energy, and you know, so if you eat healthy foods, it will give you the fiber, the fruit and fiber, and all the goodness that you need to keep you going, and you know, keep your mind sharp. So yeah guys, that's just a quick video on, you know, things people won't tell you, what you will go through when you quit weed. I'm just, you know, I'm here to keep it real with you guys and tell you my story also, and hopefully this reaches somebody and, you know, can help them and give them the confidence that they need. But yeah guys, if you guys have any questions or if you're going through it, just drop a comment, you know, I'll definitely reply to you. Thank you guys, I appreciate if you know, give me a like, maybe a subscribe. But yeah, thanks for listening guys, thanks for tuning in, have a good day, peace.